Well, finally did it. 100,000 subscribers. I got the plaque. It only took me 5 years to get to this point. Honestly, I never thought this would happen. I've been watching YouTube for a very long time, probably about since its inception. And for the first time that I saw a YouTube plaque, I just wanted one. And it's finally here. Oh, wait. This is the wrong one. Hang on. Do you see yourself? I hope you do, because you're the reason that I'm able to hold this plaque right now. So it's presented to CarnivorousChef for passing 100,000 subscribers. From my very first video, ate barely anything, did a really low calorie diet, might have lost 10 pounds, felt awful the whole time, all the way to my most recent video. But as I got to doing these, they really didn't take much effort at all. So if you've been searching for some really easy dinners, I think these 3 are going to make you happy. Thank you for watching. And I never intended to even get this far. When I started being CarnivorousChef, I was really at my wit's end with, number one, my weight. At the time when I started, I was pushing 405 for the second time in my life. And number 2, for my mental health, I was going through a lot. My brother died the year before, and by the time I actually started, we were right at the beginning of what would turn out to be a global pandemic. And I was able to use CarnivorousChef to keep me on track, to keep me motivated, to continue with this diet, as well as just to be able to put my skills to the test at that time. I was only in the restaurant industry for 6 years at the time of starting this entire journey. And it all started on Instagram with me just posting my food every day. And over a little bit of time, I was like, I might as well document what I'm doing, because it's still a rather new diet as far as social media went. And if you remember me from my first videos, thank you for those people who still watch me after 5 years. You'll probably know that it took some evolution to get to where I am now. It wasn't just recipe videos. I did have recipe videos, but also had some random vlogs, had some workouts that I would do. But eventually I realized, like, oh, people want to see more recipes because this diet is constraining. It's hard to find new ways to eat on this diet. And so that's what I gave you. I started doing 2 recipe videos a week, and I really haven't stopped too much up until 2024. But even then, my main focus was still just recipe videos. I didn't really talk a whole lot. There were times where I was being dramatic because I just needed to get how I felt out there. And I had a lot of supportive people. I had a lot of people that didn't like that I was doing that. But either way, it's just part of the evolution that this channel has become today. And I'll be honest, for a while, I just wanted to quit. It's really difficult to be working a full-time job, as well as trying to make a YouTube video every single week, twice a week for a while there, while also doing things like living in my van, trying to keep a relationship going, trying to be social, see my friends more often, living normal everyday life things. But I realized over the past year or so that this is something that I actually really love to do. I really like the whole filmmaking process. It's just difficult to do sometimes when you're inundated with just life things. But there's still not really been any lengthy period of time where I've missed an upload. And really the only thing that keeps me going is seeing your comments, seeing that people are still subscribing to the channel, knowing that I'm helping make a difference for other people, and just being here for general support. I have people commenting all the time saying, like, thank you so much, or how do I do this? And I like that I can give people direction or give them ideas on other people to check out. That's really one of the more enjoyable parts of having this channel. And also within that time, I started a company. The reason why I started my company, Carnivore Companion, is because I wanted to give my audience something tangible that they could have. It would be useful to the diet, and I wanted to make it as good as possible. This is just one of 5 seasonings that we have now. I started off with 1, and I will put a picture up of the original Carnivore Companion smokestack that I started making by myself before my best friend and I joined and started, actually making this become a real company. Crazy to think about how it's evolved over the past 4 years. Again, wouldn't be here without all of you. You gave me this plaque. You're also the reason why this company still exists, and you're the reason why I continue doing what I'm doing. Even though I've had doubts about continuing this channel, all those doubts have been kind of washed away because I realize the bigger picture is not how many views this video gets, not how much watch time my videos get. It's who can I help? And that's what I want to continue to do. I'm still on my own personal journey to help myself because my health has been up and down over the past 5 years. I do still continue to see the benefits of this diet, so I will be sticking with it long term. I just want to say thank you again for subscribing to this channel, and I would like to give back to you by doing a giveaway of my seasoning. I will be giving away 2 bundles to 2 random people in the comment section, which is going to be one of each of our flavors, which is 5 bottles. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below just anything you want to. It can be as simple as the number 1. You can write what's made you feel good about being on this diet, any lessons you've learned on this diet, or just some general tips for people who happen to stumble across this video that, you know, could be interested in doing this diet. I think that's about it. If you want to see me make this, if you'd like to see me make the weird ground beef play button, you can watch that starting right now. So I can't really think of a better way to do this other than, you know, turning this into ground beef. I really didn't know what to expect when I got it, and I had the idea of using it as like a griddle pan, but yeah, after thinking about that, I'm not going to do that. So I finally just landed on making a ground beef replica of this plaque. I don't think there's any other way to introduce me making this other than actually making it. So I'm just going to do all this on this sheet. If you want to make one at home, follow these directions. So there's going to be 3 components to this. I got the big block I'm going to need. I need the little middle piece for the button, and then I need the button itself. And I think I can get away with using about a pound of ground beef for this whole thing. So I'm going to get gloved up and started. And I'm certain that if you're watching this video, you probably understand that ground beef likes to shrink up. So I'm going to have to get this rather wide and thin to get it to where I want. And I think it's about time for a new sheet pan as well, because this one is warbly. All right, that's definitely way bigger than the plaque itself, but that's fine. Work on the rounded oval-ish, whatever the hell, button part. Looks like a big old slice of Spam. That should be good. And then we need to make the little triangle. I'm not the most crafty person in the world, to be honest, but I do know how to cook some food, and I think that this will turn out pretty okay. It may look a little wonky, but that's not going to stop me. Now, obviously, I'm going to be seasoning this up with my seasoning, steak dust from my company, Carnivore Companion. And if I didn't say it in the beginning, I just want to say thank you so much for everyone that's been ordering and trying this, because I never really thought I would have a successful company in my life. I've started, operated, I don't know, 5 different companies, 2 of which have been very serious to me. The first one that was serious was a meal prep company called Black Box Meals. That lasted for a couple years. You know, I was happy with, because ever since I was a lot younger, I've been tired of working for other people. I started working when I was 14 years old. I'm 34 right now, so 20 years of work has, you know, led to me just trying as many things as possible to be my own boss. So if you've ordered these, thank you so much for trying these out. All right, so I'm going to place this into the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for around 10 minutes. And it is done. It did shrink up way more than I expected, and this is a little thicker than I wanted, but I'm getting the desired effect that I want, as you can see. I'll let this cool off a little bit, and while I do that, I'm going to make some thinned out sour cream that I'm just going to use a nice squeeze bottle to kind of write onto the beef. If you know me like I know me, I'm probably going to use sour cream somewhere. And now is as good of time as any. I'm just going to take sour cream, going to use a little water. I'm just going to add splashes, and then start mixing. And I'm also going to swap to a whisk, because I don't know what I'm thinking doing this. All right, I think we are good. You can see if I slap it against the bowl, of sour cream, oh my god, it leaves little streaks across it, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. All right, let's go ahead and get this assembled. So I'm just going to get a plate. All I'm going to do is put a little bit of sour cream down, keep some slippage from happening. Take my very drippy ground beef, dab of sour cream right here. Hopefully it's not too hot to keep it, you know, I don't want it to slide around all over the place. I'm just going to use another little dab for the triangle. I think I'm going to go to the outline of it so that stands out a little more. I don't know how well this is going to go, but we'll go ahead. I'm going to write trash cheese, because I haven't said that in a while, but nah, I'm just going to go with nice. Kind of scared to hold this up, but here, I'm going to hold the edge and the button. How does it look? Does it look like this? Are these the same thing? Which one's which? Huh? Which one's the real play button? So if you're at home and you want to make this YouTube play button out of ground beef, I'd love to see some pictures of it, see if you did better than me. I really hope you did if you try. Or at least I hope you're on par with whatever this is. Oh my god, this is wild. All right, that's the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, thank you so much for everything. I could not have this without you. Just don't forget that there are people out there that, you know, they put in this work to get you content that you probably enjoy. There's an algorithm for a reason, so you're seeing videos that people put real effort into typically, and simply liking a video or commenting or subscribing does a lot more than you think. It gets people to have things like this. So anyways, like the video, comment down below, share this video with your friends if you feel so inclined to do so. It helps me out, helps the algorithm out. Subscribe to the channel and check out one of these videos. I think YouTube wants you to watch this one, and then this is my most recent video. So see y'all next time.